huge setback that has come in for Anil Ambani, where Enforcement Directorate has raided several residences and locations linked to Anil Ambani. This is a multi-city raid that has taken place as Anil Ambani's financial dealings are in the dock. These are multiple locations across Delhi, Mumbai. In fact, over 30 locations have been raided. Now, Enforcement Directorate viewers, if you're tuning in right now, is probing the Yes Bank case. Yes Bank's founder, Rana Kapoor's alleged and major financial misdealings. The reason why he is in the dock behind bars has also led to the agency decoding what that entire money trail is, and which is where Reliance, Anil Ambani's Reliance companies were given loans without any due diligence. Thousands of crore rupees were given and disbursed, and all of those are now in the dock because the Enforcement Directorate believes it was nothing but a scheme to siphon off public funds, money that was raised from public sector banks, which did not go to the bank, to the companies, but instead was siphoned off. Let's quickly now rope in my colleagues joining me live on this story. Anushka joins us in Delhi, and Radhika joins us from Mumbai to talk more about the specifics of the case. And before we get in a big voice to understand where this goes from here, Radhika, to you first. Walk us through the kind of raids that have taken place in the last hour or so, the locations at which this has happened, and what is exactly the ED's allegation here.
That's right. Multiple locations are being raided, 50 plus companies being raided, and 35 plus locations to be precise, and 25 people are being questioned as part of the raids in Anil Ambani companies. This is a big action by the Enforcement Directorate, and it is to do with allegations of money laundering and illegal loan dispersal. The allegation is that Yes Bank dispersed at least about rupees 3,000 crore between 2017 and 2019 to Anil Ambani companies in a fraudulent manner without following due diligence, and this money was diverted, siphoned off, is the allegation. And there was also quid pro quo involved, in which several senior executives of Yes Bank also benefited. They were given bribes as well. So these are the allegations by the Enforcement Directorate, which is why 35 plus locations in both Delhi and Mumbai are being raided at this point. We'll have to see what the outcome of these raids will be, what kind of materials will be seized. But as per the Enforcement Directorate, this seems to be a well-planned, well-orchestrated fraud involving large-scale diversion of public money through a complex web of shell companies. So how this money was dispersed, how it was illegally dispersed as loans by the Yes Bank to Anil Ambani companies, due diligence was certainly not followed. What kind of violations by the Yes Bank are being found by the Enforcement Directorate, and at the same time how these funds were diverted from some of these companies to shell companies and so on. All these are matters of investigation, which is why these large-scale raids are being conducted. And now, will senior executives of Anil Ambani companies be questioned? Will senior executives of Yes Bank be questioned? Will there be any sort of arrest post this? All that remains to be seen. We'll, of course, wait for the raids to end so that we get details on what kind of criminal action or ED action will be taken post the raids.
All right. Before we viewers tell you in terms of the latest as far as the case is concerned, Anil Ambani has also been grilled on this. We're going to get you details on that as well. But I believe Anushka also has some updates as far as this case is concerned. Go ahead, Anushka.
That's right. What we do understand by now is that ED is conducting raids on 35 locations, 25 people and several business entities linked to Anil Ambani now. The accusation is that the money laundering is to the tune of rupees 3,000 crore, wherein Yes Bank had, in fact, being involved in quid pro quo, had sanctioned rupees 3,000 crore from 2017 to 2019 to several business entities linked to Anil Ambani. Not just that, what we are understanding here is that several of the Yes Bank senior officials and entities were involved in this whole case, where Anil Ambani had in fact taken money from the bank, and had, several of the people had also in fact gained kickbacks from this particular case. The whole money was sanctioned without any proper documentation. Not just that, also the evergreening of bank accounts was in fact done. Apart from all of that, several of the public money was being siphoned off, in a very well thought out manner, is what the ED is accusing in this whole matter. The CBI had filed 2 FIRs regarding this particular case, and after that, ED has taken over into this complete matter. what we are learning is that right now the whole raid is being conducted to several locations and business entities linked to Anil Ambani in a case regarding the Ambani company, Anil Ambani group linked to, Yes Bank scam that happened from 2017 to 2019. Many of the loans were in fact given in a very unsafe, manner. The whole money trail is in fact being linked to shell companies, which is the modus operandi when the money is being siphoned off from public accounts. So this is what the whole case revolves around, and right now the ED is conducting raids on various locations. 35 locations is what we are getting to know, and 25 people are in fact also being questioned in this whole manner. In this whole case, and right now also the raids is being conducted by the ED. What we have to see is that what kind of evidence can ED gather from this whole case? What kind of incriminating documents can be taken out from this particular matter? Because what we do understand by now is that not just the ED and CBI, but inputs were in fact also given by several of the other agencies as well. That includes NHFL and several other several other, in fact, authorities which had given inputs to the ED about this particular money laundering case. Over to you.
All right. Anushka and Radhika giving us all the details as far as this big story is concerned. Thanks much both of you for joining us with the latest there. Let's also now get in an important voice in terms of understanding where this case goes from here. Swapnil Kothari, who's a senior lawyer, joins me on the broadcast. Now, Mr. Kothari, this is a case that is about 3,000 odd crore rupees that was given by Yes Bank to Reliance Group companies against what the agencies feel was dubious lending, because there was no proper due diligence that was done, there wasn't commensurate assets on the balance sheet, could have been several other such reasons. I want to understand from you, sir, in terms of the case from here on, if you could explain in simple terms, where does this go, because this is an ongoing investigation, what happens next, and then we also then talk about Anil Ambani in just a bit, but your first reaction to where does the case go from here?
Well, Gauri, given the fact that Yes Bank was involved and embroiled in this controversy, any big lender to the bank or any big borrower from the bank will always have some answers to give. And especially when I use the word big, it runs into hundreds or thousands of crores, which definitely catches the eye of the investigating authority, which is the Enforcement Directorate here. Under Section 17 of the PMLA, if the Enforcement Directorate has got any doubts that money is being laundered, then it's got all the powers and it's empowered to raid the premises, to break open locks, to investigate every single paper, every single strand of linkage that is there, and to try to come to a conclusion that it has taken place or it has not taken place. Now, unfortunately, in this kind of a scenario, what happens is that the burden of proof lies on the person who's being raided, not on the investigating authority, because these are fiscal offenses. For example, if it is for me to show that I have not evaded income tax, because it's a fiscal offense to evade income tax. Right. It's not like rape or murder or any other offense under the Indian Penal Code or the BNS, where the burden of proof lies on the prosecution.
For them to breaking news coming in, but I want to take this question very quickly because I want to address important news coming in, which is that Anil Ambani was grilled the last time. He said he doesn't remember those transactions because that's like about 7-8 years back. I want to understand the fate of Anil Ambani in the wake of these raids that have happened. Very quickly, sir.
Gauri, what's going to happen is that memory is always convenient. So I'm sure, given some documents that the investigating authority will show to him, every memory will start coming back and he'll have a lot of answering to give. And if he's not going to be able to answer, then, the next step is obviously taking him into custody. But I believe that wiser counsel shall prevail, and I think all of the people who are there embroiled in it will give appropriate answers.